Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and to another what I eat in a day video. Thank you so much for taking the time to log on and join me today for a fantastic day of food. But yeah, today's a really exciting day of food actually, because for dinner tonight I'm going to be attempting a Middle Eastern dish from my heritage that I am so excited not only to try and cook for myself because I've never made it before, but also to share with you guys. And it is a spinach dish, and you guys will know from my videos how much spinach I eat. I love it. I could eat it out of the bag, like I'm obsessed with it. I have it with eggs, I have it with pasta, I have it with steak, I have it with chicken, I have it with everything. And tonight I'm making a dish which is basically going to consist of chicken in a stock and a broth with garlic and onion, and it's going to all come together with spinach and make a kind of hybrid between a curry and a broth. It's super interesting and weird, but it's so delicious. And if you love spinach, you're gonna love it too, because it's just such a unique flavor, and it's a dish that I've been having since I was a child and I've never made it myself, and I'm so excited. I have the recipe from my mum. I'm gonna be doing it this evening, and again, it's going to be mega. I'm going to have it with rice, perhaps some flatbread, and it's going to take me right back to my Middle Eastern days, which I'm very excited for. So that is what's happening for dinner tonight. Wanted to get that out of the way because I am beyond excited about it. So for breakfast this morning, it was a very quick and energetic start. I had yogurt and berries, which is kind of my go-to at the moment, especially after the school run when I don't want porridge. And yeah, I've been having it with some caramel as well, and it's been delicious. So I'll insert that now. I think I'm fancying stuffed mushrooms. I have these really beautiful big flat mushrooms that need eating, so I think I'm going to stuff them with pancetta, cheese, onion, perhaps like some onion chutney. I think that would be delicious, and let it melt all together in the oven and create a dreamy stuffed mushroom. So that is for lunch, and yeah, I'm very excited about that. So it should be a really fantastic day of food, and I'm really excited to share it with you all. I hope you're all as excited about it as I am. The top that I'm wearing is the same top that I wore in a recent What I Eat in a Day from Bowden, but it is in a different colour. You may have noticed that I wore one of these in rust, and I mentioned how much I loved it, and I went and picked up this shade, which is kind of this black currant. Honestly guys, I adore these tops so much, and judging by the amount of you guys that have picked it up since, I think you guys have been loving it. I think my favourite is the rust one, but it is so close. I love this so much, so I'll link it below. Makeup is very simple. So yeah, I'm going to tie my hair up in a messy bun, and then we're going to get downstairs and we're going to begin on a really fantastic day of food. I hope you all enjoy it. Don't forget to check out links in the description box. Give it a like, subscribe if you're new, and let's go on with the day. Okay, so as I mentioned before, I'm going to be having flat mushrooms. So I have my oven dish here. Okay, and these mushrooms have been washed. I have 3, which might seem quite extreme, but they need eating. They're absolutely free on WW, so I figured I'll put 3 in. If I don't eat them, it's absolutely fine. So what I'm going to do first is give each of them a knob of butter. I'm using Lurpak. Feel free to use whatever brand you would like. I don't track my butter. I get a lot of questions about that. Because I'm a size 6, I'm not being completely strict with weighing things and everything like that. However, when I was trying to lose weight, I would have this in a little bowl and I'd be weighing it on my weighing scale. There is no way I would rely on sight, or I would rely on guesswork. Grate some garlic. Garlic and mushrooms, guys, it's like the perfect combination. I'm going to use 2 cloves for all 3 mushrooms. Again, if you're not a fan of garlic, you could skip this, but I kind of feel they go together really well. So I'm going to use 2 decent sized cloves for that. Get them grated and literally get my brush and spread it on all 3 mushrooms. Into this garlic, I'm going to add some herbs and spices. You can pretty much use whatever you want. I'm going to use a combination of thyme and oregano because I feel like they complement garlic really perfectly, and they give it that almost Italian feel to it, which I think goes perfectly with the vibe that I'm trying to go for. You don't have to use pancetta to stuff these mushrooms. You could just do it with cheese. You could put some pepper in there as well, some chili. My little rub here, which I'm now just going to spread as evenly as I can, which isn't the easiest thing in the world to do, so bear with me. What I might do is cook the pancetta on the top and then sprinkle it on with the cheese and put them back in the oven for 5 minutes. So majority of this cooking time is going to take place now, and then we'll add the rest of our toppings later, like the chutney, pancetta and all that kind of thing. So I'm just going to pop those in the oven, and they will take about 15 to 20 minutes until they become really hydrated and soft. Going to be delicious. So while that's in the oven, there are a few things that we need to factor in regards to point value. Again, if you're pointing, track the butter if you're trying to lose weight. So the first thing I have is my pancetta. This is the unsmoked. I get it from Aldi. This is really ideal. I use it for pizza toppings, bologneses. I use it a lot. This is 4 points, 42 grams. I think that's probably about fair, to be honest, because there's 3 mushrooms to cover, and even though I might not eat them all, I want to make sure that this part is at least tracked accurately. So I'm going to use that. I'm going to mark it down as 4 points, and I'm going to weigh myself out 42 grams. I'm just going to get them on the scale. And I'm not going to cook and fry these off in any oil because they have rind on there, which is going to be absolutely perfect. Okay, there we go. They're going to go straight into my frying pan to cook. That's frying away, and the next thing we must factor in is the cheese. Now, I'm going to use 2 points worth, which is 20 grams. So I'm just going to get that weighed out. I feel like, again, I'm an expert in cutting 20 grams worth of cheese out by now. So we have our pancetta here. Again, we've just weighed this out, 42 grams, 4 points. We also have 2 points worth of Cathedral City mature cheddar, which is the light. So that is 2 points, that's 6 points altogether. Now, I'm also going to be using a tiny amount of this chutney. This is the Tesco's Finest red onion chutney. I use this a lot, especially on my sourdough miniature pizzas. If you haven't seen the What I Eat in a Day, where I feature this on both a grilled cheese sandwich, I'll link that up there now. But I also use this on my sourdough miniature pizzas, which you can basically use with any topping, spinach, cheese, chicken. But this is something that I use for the onion, and it adds a lot of flavour, so I'll link that video above as well in case you haven't seen it. Which leaves the only thing that we have to do once the mushrooms come out of the oven for the first time is season with salt and pepper. So we have some rock salt here and some finely grated coarse pepper. We also have the chutney, as I've just mentioned, pancetta and cheese. So what we'll do is we'll get them out of the oven, sprinkle these on top, and we'll put them in for a further 5 minutes, and then they will be done. And oh my goodness, guys, they are a taste sensation. I cannot wait for you to try them. And there you have it, guys. Pancetta, cheese, garlic stuffed mushrooms. They look so delicious. You could even have these with some sourdough bread with like a tomato dip. Absolutely delicious, and they smell divine as well. Look how crispy that pancetta looks. These are going to be absolutely delicious. Again, ideal for an evening supper or a quick lunch like today. So lunch was so good, and I bet those would be just as good if you kept them meat free. Like if you just used perhaps some cherry tomato, some fresh parsley, cheese, garlic, it would have been just as delicious. So it's a great one for everybody, that one. And I ended up eating all 3, which I didn't think I would, but actually, oh, they were so nice. You have to try them. So I'm gonna make dinner in advance, and it's for 2 reasons. The first reason is obviously time. I've not made this before. I'm not 100% sure what I'm doing, so I thought if I gave myself some extra time, I don't think it's particularly difficult a recipe, but still I wanted to get a handle on it now. Plus when Layla and Harrison come home, I like to not have to scurry away into the kitchen straight away, so that's my plan. And also I thought it would be fantastic, the nostalgia of going out, doing a school run, and then coming back in and having that scent hit me of a dish that I haven't had in so long, over a year I would say. So I'm very excited about that. It's very simple. You're going to need a combination of some washed spinach. I have a big bag of spinach here. that I've washed completely. Even when you see spinach say washed on the packaging, I would recommend you guys washing it just in case. So I have that. I also have some chicken here. I'm going to be using chicken with the skin on. Drumsticks. You could use skinless chicken thighs to make this a complete 0.3 dish apart from the rice, because the only thing that you're going to need is chicken, garlic, spinach, onions, oil and stock, and you are done. So I have some chicken legs here with the skin on. Of course they're 2 points each, so just factor that in. If you were to use skinless chicken breast, of course that would be free, which is fantastic, so bear that in mind. I also have a large onion here, and I'm just going to check with mum how many garlic cloves I need, but I have a feeling it'll be quite a few. I've just checked and we're going to need 4 cloves of garlic, and I'm also using ghee to cook my onions in. It's healthier, it tastes great. I like the texture that it gives and the taste that it gives. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to completely brown my chicken and get a nice caramel going, and then once that's done I will pop in my garlic and my onion, get that all cooked down. Then I will add my spinach and cook it until it's completely reduced, and then I'm going to add my stock and let it simmer. And it is supposed to be as simple as that. I'm having my usual sachet. These are 4 points a serving. I don't track them, it's what I use my weeklies for. You guys always know that, but I thought I would just say for any new viewers. And I'm also going to be having these dairy milk buttons. This is the miniature pack, and because I'm not too sure point value because there's no barcode on it, I'm going to weigh it out as if it was a traditional dairy milk bar, because it's the same chocolate. So I'm just going to change it to grams. Ooh. So I'm just going to change it to 14 grams, which is what this packet is, and that's 4. So I'm going to track that, which leaves me a total of 15 points for dinner, which is more than enough, because all I really need to factor in is my chicken, my bread and my rice, which is absolutely fine. Come to the end of another what I eat in a day. That spinach was so delicious, and dare I even say just as good as when I have it at my parents' house, which I'm so happy about considering it was the first time I've ever made it. I will put the recipe in the description box down below, so make sure you go and check it out, but it was a very simple one. And now I'm going to end the night with my nightly orange. I have 2 points to roll over, but that can account for butter, oil and all the things that I need to track in between, along with my weeklies. But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed it, and I will see you in my next one.